Hey, Wonderhussy here. Here's the deal. I need to go to Caesar's Palace because I have some makeup that I need to buy from this MAC store. And yeah, this makeup company has locations at other shopping malls around town, which are a lot easier to get to and park at. But the store in Caesar's Palace in the Forum Shops has a special deal that the other stores don't have. At this store, if you bring in 6 empty makeup containers, they give you a free eyeshadow. The other MAC stores only give you a free lipstick if you bring in 6 empties. And I don't really wear their lipstick, but I do wear their eyeshadow, and their eyeshadow is like $14 for a little tiny container. So whenever I collect 6 empties, because I use a lot of this brand of makeup and it's kind of expensive, I always save all my empties and then I bring them in and recycle them at the store at Caesar's Palace, and then I get my free eyeshadow. So that's just one little way that I can be frugal. Speaking of being frugal, they also charge to park at Caesar's Palace. This is one of the most odious developments in recent Las Vegas history. One of the reasons I moved here was there was free parking all the time, everywhere. I mean, it's the friggin' desert. We have nothing but land. There's no reason these casinos should have started to charge for parking. It's like we're already going in there to spend our money. Well, most people are. Not me. I'm frugal. But yeah, now most of the casinos charge you to park. It's ridiculous. Okay, instead of being a chump and paying to park, I found this blog online that lists all the few free parking places that are left in town, and it led me here to the Treasure Island. So even though it's like 2 hotels down, it's not that close to Caesar's Palace. I don't mind burning a few extra calories and taking a walk just to save a few bucks, but mostly just to stick it to the greedy bastards at Caesar's Palace. Okay, so on that blog, they listed, I think, 6 different hotels that still offer free parking on the Vegas Strip. It's down to only 6 hotels, okay? So Treasure Island was one of them. The Venetian was another one, which is a little bit closer to Caesar's Palace, but I tried going in the garage there, and the clearance was pretty low for my 4Runners lifted, and it felt like I was about to scrape the ceiling, so I bailed on that one. I think it's also free to park at the SLS, which used to be the Sahara, but that's way north of Caesar's Palace. And then Fashion Show Mall, which is a little bit north of me now, is also free. And then Tropicana and Hooters on the south end of the strip, and then Planet Hollywood, which is farther south as well. This ended up being the closest place to Caesar's Palace. It's probably about, I would guess, it'll end up being about a ½ mile walk from where I parked to this dang makeup store. Also, I could get a free eyeshadow. Oh, look, here's one of those guys that hands out those little porno cards. Like each one of these little cards has like a prostitute's picture on it. Some people collect them like trading cards. Anyways, can you believe I have to go through all this rigmarole just to get my dang free eyeshadow? Oh well, while I'm out here anyways, at least I can stop by and check out the Siegfried and Roy Shrine. Look. Dedicated to Siegfried and Roy, masters of the impossible. If you guys don't know who Siegfried and Roy were, they were these amazing, flamboyant, gay German magicians that had tigers and an elephant and all kind of animals in their show, until one night one of the tigers dragged Roy here off stage, grabbed him by the neck, almost killed him. He was like 62 years old, but he was in really good shape, so he survived. Barely survived. I mean, I've seen him a couple times at the Oktoberfest at the Hofbrauhaus here in town. Like, he'll come in to do a ceremonial keg tapping, and he can barely walk, dude. He is in bad shape. But it's amazing that he's still alive, considering how old he was. And that tiger grabbed him right here by the neck, I think on his carotid artery. It was almost severed, or was severed. I don't know. He was in critical condition for a while. That was like 13 years ago now. Ugh, ancient history. But that was a great show. I saw it when I first moved to Vegas. It was so over-the-top campy. I loved it. Actually, going to this makeup store isn't the only reason I wanted to go to Caesar's Palace. I mean, it's gotten to the point where I have to consolidate all my Caesar's Palace errands into one trip because of the parking hassle, which is actually a good thing, I guess. I mean, it's cut down on air pollution if I consolidate all my trips into one and drive around less, right? The other thing I wanted to check out at Caesar's is there used to be this really neat shrine out in front. I guess some like Thai businessman or Malaysian high roller or something back in the day lost a bunch of money or won a bunch of money, and he donated this really cool elephant shrine to Caesar's Palace. And it's been there for years and years, And I'm not sure it's there anymore though, because I just noticed when I was driving by a while ago that this super douchey looking new restaurant opened up out front there where the elephant shrine used to be. And so I'm kind of curious to go check out and see if Gordon Ramsay tore down a Buddhist elephant shrine to build a restaurant. Because if that's the case, ooh, that is some bad juju. Gordon Ramsay, your karma is gonna be destroyed. But I'm not actually sure. They might not have torn it down. So after I go get my makeup, I'm gonna go out front Caesars and check that too. Double mission. Okay, unfortunately I have to go through the very douchebaggiest part of Caesar's Palace to get to this makeup store, because it's in the Forum Shops, which is like one of the ritziest, most upscale shopping centers in America. I think it sells more goods per square foot, dollar amount wise, than any other mall in America or something. I don't know. It seems to me all the malls are going out of business. What do I know? But people still like to go to this Forum Shops mall. I don't know why. Look, let's go in. Okay, you might remember this from another video I made where I went behind the scenes at Caesar's Palace. They have this stupid spiral escalator in here that they try to force you to go up in a spiral so that you have to hit every single floor and look at every single stupid boutique. I'm not trying to play that. If you look in the back there, way in the back, there's a staircase. You can just cut right up to the top the old-fashioned way. Save yourself some hassle. Yeah, that's what's up. Wonderhussy ain't got time to go around that spiral nonsense. Whew. I am definitely earning my dinner tonight. All right. Look inside this memorabilia shop. This is kind of cool. Evel Knievel's old jumpsuit. Wow, look at that. Signed by him and everything. That is sick. This is one of those stores that sells a bunch of sports memorabilia. In fact, they usually have some washed up sports person signing autographs here. Like, look, Jim McMahon's gonna be here next. I've seen Pete Rose here a lot, Mike Tyson, people like that. Kind of depressing. But that Evel Knievel suit sure is cool. Anyways, we're almost to the makeup store now. It's right down here. Just gotta walk through this upscale douchebaggy mall with all this really retarded, silly stuff. Like, what is this? Who buys this stuff? I like watching this channel called Dan Bell. The guy's name is Dan Bell, and he does a lot of videos where he walks through malls, shopping malls that are semi-abandoned or on the brink of being abandoned. This is not one of those malls. This mall here is doing just fine thanks to all these tourists. No! Damn it! I came all this way and the friggin' store is closed. It's not even here anymore. Oh my god, that'll show me trying to be frugal. I guess I'm gonna have to take this to one of the other semi-abandoned malls in town where the makeup store still has a presence and just go get a stupid free lipstick. Darn it! Oh, I hate that I wasted all this time coming over here. Alright, well, we can still go out front and check and see if that elephant shrine is still there. I'll tell you one thing. I am not walking through this douchebag mall anymore. I am taking the back hallway so that I can avoid looking at all this stuff. Ugh. Ugh. So much better back here. Even if it smells like a sewer and there's rat traps everywhere. At least I don't have to smell that perfume and look at all those ritzy people. Okay, if this elephant shrine isn't here anymore, I am going to be very upset. All my dreams of Vegas will have been completely crushed by Gordon Ramsay. Look, there's this stupid new restaurant, Hell's Kitchen. Apologies if you're a fan of Gordon Ramsay. I mean, I'm sure he's an amazing chef. I've actually eaten at some of his other restaurants in town, and it is good food, but I don't know, I'm not a fan of that show, really. So, if you are, I don't mean to offend you personally, but let's just see. There used to be a really cool little elephant shrine in a grove of bamboo trees right over here. Ooh, thank goodness it's still here. Oh, wow. I was really worried for a minute. I thought for sure they would tear something like this down in the name of commerce. I mean, if you look at it, we're right in front of Caesar's Palace. Well, you can't really see because there's these trees and stuff, but this is probably really expensive real estate, you know? I'm sure that's why Gordon Ramsay probably paid a pretty penny to put his restaurant there. But it's cool that they still hold this little spot aside for this shrine. Let me give you guys an overlook. I mean, look how friggin' cool this thing is. This was not cheap, okay? Look at all those mirrors, jewels, tiles, Buddhas up in there. And then look down here, it's so neat. Like dozens and dozens, probably hundreds of elephants. And a couple of zebras back there too. Interesting. But look at all, I mean, this is just incredible. I'll do a walk around so you can see. So cool. Looks like there's all these flowers draped on it now, which I haven't seen there before, so maybe it's some kind of Buddhist holiday. I don't know. Wow, look at all these elephants. This is so cool. I love funky, quirky little things like this that are just tucked away. Look at how beautiful the mosaic is glittering. Oh, this thing is so amazing. Definitely one of the only things I like about Vegas anymore. Flowers. Oh, it's so cool. And then what's really cool, aside from the entire thing, is the fact that they have these little kneelers and incense burners, so you can light a stick of incense to the Brahma or the Buddha or whatever it is. Let's see, I think there's a sign explaining what it is. Oh yeah, the Shrine of the Four-Faced Brahma, under constant surveillance. That's really sad, they have to worry about people vandalizing it. And then look, the installation on this site of the magnificent Four-Faced Brahma Shrine was made possible through the warm, generous, and wholehearted sponsorship of Mr. and Mrs. Kamphul Vacharapul and Mr. Yip Han in 1984. Interesting. I wonder what the deal was. Like if he lost a bunch of money or won a bunch of money and then felt like he should donate. But all I know is I am so happy that this shrine is still here. I mean, first the makeup store was gone. No, first I had to pay to park. Then I had to walk 3 miles. And then the makeup store was gone. So if this shrine had been torn down, Vegas, I would have been through with you. So I better light a stick of incense to this Brahma shrine for at least being here. Look how cool. There's incense, whole box full of some matches. Stick it in one of these little, I'll go to the back where I can have some privacy. There's a lot of tourists around. Everybody's staring at me wondering why I'm talking to my cell phone. Hey, it's Vegas. People are doing a lot weirder stuff than this, I hate to tell you. Oh, thank you, Brahma, for still being here and salvaging what little love I have left in my cold, bitter heart for Las Vegas. Long may you reign, Four-Faced Brahma Shrine. May you resist every douchebag celebrity chef and overpriced boutique jewelry store, Louis Vuitton, butt plug seller, whatever they throw at you. Long may you live. Whew. Well, that was cool. Really relieved to see that Brahma Shrine still here. But that being said, I've been gone from my car for over 30 minutes. And I still have to walk all the way back to Treasure Island. So basically I wasted an hour at least of my life. Well, I guess I didn't waste it because I wanted to know about that shrine, but I wasn't able to complete my mission. But hey, I got some free matches.